You take pride that human technology has tamed nature? A ridiculous arrogance. Welcome to Bristol Bay, where a $3 billion USD gamble is compressed into exactly 21 life or death days. Here, the most advanced satellite algorithms must gamble against the freezing 35 degrees Fahrenheit currents. The winner takes all. The weak lose everything. $3 billion Bristol Bay, 21-day salmon war, and winner takes all. Observe the visual reward right before your eyes. The magnificent gift boxes and bright red fillets are being traded on the international auction floor, AT prices that would stagger anyone. The truth is, 70% of global salmon is farmed in pens with pale meat relying on artificial coloring. In contrast, the red color of wild Alaska salmon is a natural testament from a astaxanthin pigment, accumulated through a swimming journey of over 1,000 miles in the freezing ocean. Few realize this creature was once historical waste, mushy meat completely eschewed, before violently seizing the luxury throne, fueled by the frantic hunt of a booming global middle class. Have you ever wondered? WHO truly manipulates this massive financial flow. Under normal capitalist rules, market demand always dictates the extraction output. Yet in Bristol Bay, that rule is completely shattered by the Alaska State Constitution. The sustainable yield principle is strictly locked by raw biological data. Tycoons can throw billions of dollars, but the extraction quota is entirely dictated by the exact number of bodies swimming upstream to spawn. What happens when $1 billion cash flow must hold its breath, waiting for the absolute verdict from nature? To re-AP those massive profits on land, the ship must weigh anchor, entering an uncompromising military campaign. Technology completely suffocates the ocean. State-of-the-art computer systems integrating satellite data from space scan the entire North Pacific, precisely locating giant dense schools that blind the radar screens. This is not a game of chance. Fishermen block a 1,000-mile migration with cold mathematical algorithms, calculating ocean currents and water temperatures to the exact minute. A single moment of error, and an entire $1 million season evaporates into the void. Step into the scientific silence to decode the extraordinary biological mechanism hidden inside this creature. The meat of wild salmon is completely free of fishy odor, thanks to a brutal metabolic process in the freezing environment. The superior elasticity of its muscle structure makes it as pliable as natural clay, allowing humans to easily mold and shape it to replace other expensive seafood on the global commercial banquet table. But behind that perfection lies an incredibly tragic truth. The salmon body is designed with extreme endurance to swim against the raging rapids. Yet that flawless structure is actually a pre-programmed physiological death sentence, destined to end in absolute decay after spawning. Humans are paying thousands of dollars to completely swallow the exact moment this magnificent creature reaches the harshest limit of life, transforming an evolutionary marvel into a luxury commodity. The exact moment the steel fortress begins to unload its burden into the ocean depth, a massive heavy lead cast purse seine net, as wide as a football field, is de-robbed straight down into the biological migration corridor under the deep continental shelf. Viewers often mistake netting for a simple tossing action into the water. In reality, this is an incredibly complex geometric calculation system designed to lock down the escape space of the school along the vertical water column. The natural migration of millions of living entities is completely suffocated inside an artificial space. Inside an artificial space. But the ocean has never yielded easily. Incidents strike without a single warning, exposing the naked fragility of humans in the middle of a freezing water desert.
Oh my God.
When the mechanical system is pushed to its load-bearing limit, nature does not strike back with violent rage, but with silent mechanical weaknesses. An overloaded cable or a jammed winch shaft is a ruthless reminder of our true position against this harsh law. Step into the epicenter of a life or death battle. The North Pacific storms roar fiercely around the hull, turning the freezing waters into an unforgiving mechanical battlefield where human errors are not tolerated. The hydraulic winch shaft oars, under a pressure exceeding 2,000 horsepower, tens of thousands of wild salmon thrash frantically inside the giant net bag, pouring their entire survival energy into violent tail whips against fate. Every specialized steel cable is stretched to the absolute limit, emitting haunting, piercing screeches, as if about to explode. The massive physical pressure IS pushing the entire operational system to the most fragile life or death boundary. This fateful moment decides the entire season, valued at over $3 million USD on the international market. Just a small tear in the net and hundreds of thousands of pounds of precious biomass will sink to the deep ocean floor, never to return. And then the whole discharge door bursts open. A giant biomass waterfall weighing up to 150,000 pounds crashes down onto the steel deck, white with sea foam and steam. The terrifying weight bends the steel ship structure, officially converting wild nature entirely into cold industrial surplus. The exact moment the biomass pours onto the deck in Bristol Bay, the automatic mechanical sorting system activates. There is no room for hesitation under commercial pressure. More than 5,000 pounds of biomass is sifted every hour, according to strict size standards. The industrial blade intervenes with absolute precision. It takes exactly 3 seconds to strip the gills and clean the entire organ cavity. This process is designed to completely prevent the invasion of contaminating microorganisms, completely transforming a wild biological entity into pure industrial raw material. The biological clock IS ticking down. Before self-degrading enzymes destroy the meat structure, immediately The individuals are soaked in slush ice tanks, maintained precisely at 28 degrees Fahrenheit for biological numbing. Next, they are express pushed into the IQS blast freezing chamber. The cold air stream sweeps through, locking the entire cellular structure in just 60 seconds. The steel fortress silently docks. After days of battling the Bering Sea storms, over 50,000 pounds of raw material IS unloaded under the cold, watchful eyes of inspectors. Every pound of weight IS precisely converted into cold surplus value, closing a voyage traded with sweat and recklessness. The steel container doors slam shut. The journey on the cold Silk Road officially begins over 50 miles of highway heading straight to the deep processing megafactory. During the route, the cold chamber temperature is absolutely not allowed to fluctuate, even 0.1 degrees Fahrenheit. From here, the natural resources have completely transformed into an industrial product, entirely stripped of their wild identity. Under the cold management of algorithms, entering the processing megafactory at Dutch Harbor in Alaska. High-power laser blades automatically cut without a single drop of emotion, dividing the biomass into precise 8 ounces fillets. Here, a bizarre supply blind spot of modern commerce appears. Pasting a new brand label over the finished tray has completely erased the natural resume of the catch. An extreme commercial bleaching Do you think supermarket labels will tell you the whole truth? In fact, this is the most bizarre supply blind spot of global commerce. The tray packaging and new barcode overriding process has thoroughly stripped the original identity structure. An extreme commercial bleaching, the wild biological entity with a clear natural resume IS now wiped of all traces, transformed into a nameless commodity, waiting to be repriced. The finished product IS loaded with nitrogen gas are reaching an absolute ratio of 99%. Before P-packing, millions of containers are relentlessly exported to major supermarket systems and fast food chains across America and Europe. Perfectly closing a commercial operation valued at millions of USD. But behind that inert gas packaging film is a cycle of emotionless consumption. Exposing the ecological trade-off behind every commercial label. When scarcity is financialized, humans fall into the Cobra effect, silently nurturing depletion. To maintain profit margins to 40%, the capitalist system does not want nature to completely recover. They need controlled scarcity to maintain monopoly pricing, turning this fragile ecosystem into collateral for global profit. While we proudly claim to control 100% of aquatic resources, in another freshwater battlefield, new biological disasters are silently rising. In the next journey with DDB Green, we will expose the devastation of the invasive Asian carp. Are humans mastering the economy or setting a trap to imprison their own future? Which side do you choose?